Hello everyone. The topic for today is percents greater than 100 and percents less than 1. Right now I want you to pause the video so you can copy down your notes and then resume when you're ready. As a quick review of how to convert a fraction into a percent, we're going to take a look at writing 1/4 as a percent. 1/4 as a fraction, we're going to convert that into a division problem because all fractions are division problems. So we have 1 divided by 4. We're going to add a decimal and a 0 and then bring the decimal straight up. Now we're looking to see how many times 4 goes into 10, which is twice. After we subtract, we have a remainder of 2, which means we have to add another 0 and bring it down. Now we're looking at how many times 4 goes into 20, which is 5 times. After we subtract, we don't have a remainder. Therefore, we have converted 1/4 into a decimal, which is 0.25. And in order to convert that decimal into a percent, we have to move the decimal 2 places to the right. Therefore, 1/4 as a percent is 25%. Let's take a look at 3. So we need to write 3 as a percent. Since 3 is already a whole number, we can actually add a decimal and a 0 to make the process a little easier. Again, whenever we have a decimal, we are moving the decimal 2 places to the right to make that number into a percent. Whenever we've run out of digits, whether it be to the left or to the right, we fill those spaces with zeros. So after we have moved the decimal 2 places to the right, we wind up with 300%. Now we have a mixed number that we have to change into a percent. So we have 3 and 1/4. Well, we've just looked at how to convert 3 into a percent as well as 1/4 into a percent. So we're actually going to combine those two in this case. So as a decimal, 3 and 1/4 would be 3.25. And again, to convert a decimal into a percent, we will always move the decimal 2 places to the right. So we have to move it 2 spaces. We wind up with 325%. Lastly, we have to go backwards. We have to look at 475. It is a percent, and we have to make that into a mixed number. So we need to move the decimal 2 places to the left in this case. So as a decimal, that is 4.75. Since we have a whole number in front of the decimal, we can just add that to our answer. That's going to be 4. And really, we just need to focus on making the 0.75 into a fraction. So the 5 is in the hundredths place, so we can start off our fraction as 75 over 100. And after we simplify, that becomes 3/4. So our final answer, our mixed number, is 4 and 3/4. Next example, we're going to write 8 thousandths as a percent. Now, this is a decimal that is much smaller than 1, but the process is still the same. We're still going to move the decimal 2 places to the right to make it a percent. So after we move the decimal 2 places to the right, it is still in front of the 8, but that is the process. So our answer is 0.8%. That's an example of a percent that is less than 1. Now I want you to answer the last 2 example problems on your own. Bring those answers along with any questions that you may have to class with you tomorrow.